Hi there, this is Snow City Tarot, and I'm here with a pick a card reading today. Today's topic is going to be what makes you invaluable to this person. What makes you so special to this person that they cannot find it in anyone else. So this isn't about physical attributes. This is going to be about personality, character quality. It's going to be about what you might provide to this person as a friend, as a partner, as a family member. This reading can be done for pretty much anyone. This can be a family, like a family member, a friend, or a love interest. Anything like that, anything you want. This is going to be non-specific like that. So you have 4 piles here. This is going to be pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will apologize in advance for my bad Mendy art. I did not follow the directions of the artist and I smeared it. So I apologize in advance. If your guys like, wow, this is a terrible job. It wasn't me. It wasn't her, it was me. So anyway, let's start with group 1. Let me just move these out of the way. So, group 1, for those of you that chose clear quartz, this is your reading. So, for those of you that picked clear quartz, what about you is invaluable to your person? We've got perseverance, the magician, the 7 of pentacles, we have Messiah, and we also have trickster. So, let's see here. What do we have here? So, I want to say that you provide this person some kind of inspiration. I see that we have trickster and Messiah here. So, I feel like this person might feel like they come to you to solve problems. They might come to you to save the day. You might be that person that they turn to when they are having a rough time. The thing about this is the reason why you're this way is because of this trickster card. So that says transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So I feel like you're the type of person that this person comes to who has not only a solution, but kind of a different perspective than what they would normally get from somebody else, you know? So I think that they really value that about you because this person's probably wise enough to know, oh, this is the answer for this scenario. That's what you should expect from everybody to say that. But when they want a different angle on it, they come to you for that. So basically, and you're the only one that thinks like this for this person. I don't think they have anybody else that actually thinks like this. And I think that's why they come to you, and that's why you're invaluable to them, because there's nobody else that can really, frame something in such a way that makes sense to them. Also, this person may be somebody that comes to you also when maybe, I want to say sometimes this person may be criticized for being different or criticized for, acting a different way or thinking a different way or looking a different way. And I feel that they come to you maybe for this help. You're the person that would probably be like, screw them. They don't know what they're talking about. You're that type of person that will basically tell them, don't listen to those people. They're not, it's nonsense, So I think that's what I'm seeing here with what they find invaluable about you is definitely you have an attitude and a way about life that is more relaxed than others and more carefree. I also see that with the magician. And I know that the carefree aspect is kind of a fool card trait, but when I see the magician here, the magician is somebody I feel like who is boundless. He thinks outside the box. He does it all. He has, a way to look at things in such a way that, he can make sense of anything. He can master anything. There's no limitations. You're that type of person where I feel like they think that they can come to you and talk about anything as well. I feel like you're no judgments type of person, and with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're somebody that can actually like help them look at the situation from an outside perspective and be like, yeah, listen, this isn't the way that you should look at it. You can look at it this way, solve it this way. This person, I think, also feels that you have this ability to kind of tell them the truth, even if it's difficult for them to swallow. They might appreciate that about you. You might be somebody who's like, all right, so I see that you have all these pentacles here. Maybe you could have grown them a different way. Maybe you could have done this to do better. And they know that when it comes from you, it's not coming from a place of, maliciousness or coming from any bad place. They just know that you have a very keen eye on these things. You're very sharp. There's nothing outside of your limits, and they really can always expect honesty from you. The last card I have here is Perseverance. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And what's interesting is with the Magician card here, I feel like you also may inspire this person to do things that they are not comfortable doing, or things. I feel like this person might be someone who's kind of stuck in a shell or has trouble breaking out, maybe trouble socializing. This person might have trouble doing new things or doing things that are on the cuff. I really feel like you're this person that breaks them out of this shell. You are kind of what gives them confidence. When they're with you, they can try new things. They're comfortable trying new things, trying difficult things. They even will try different ways of thinking. It's in this boundlessness with this Magician here. So it's not that you're just this person. It's you can help this person transform into this confident version of themselves. And that is what they find absolutely invaluable about you, Group 1. I hope that resonated with you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Next up, we have those of you that picked yellow. I think this is carnelian or citron. I don't know. The yellow one. So, Group 2. What makes you invaluable to this person? What special quality do you only bring to this? Can only you bring to this person? We've got worry. We've got Page of Swords. We've got Page of Pentacles. So already I see something interesting here. I've got intelligence here, because with the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, we have a studier and a writer and a researcher, which is interesting. And these are people. So in some cases, this could mean that you brought new friends to them. Maybe you introduced this person to new people, younger people. This could be friends at school. You might have brought along some friends to this person with the Page of Swords and then the Page of Pentacles. And maybe you guys may have formed some kind of relationship with this person. I'm not seeing any specific genders. Pages can be female or male to me, so it doesn't really matter what the specific genders are here. But I do feel like maybe this is in a study setting as well, because we do have a lot of studying here. But I do think that maybe you brought in some new people into their life that they really appreciate. I do see worry here. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. I feel like you may be somebody that helps this person out of certain mindsets. This person is thinking here, and this person is a writer and obviously somebody who might be thinking as well. Again, like with Group 1, I feel like this person might be a little bit antisocial, and maybe you're able to bring them out of that. I see mediator. Gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. I feel like with you, especially with this here, I feel like you might have solved some kind of problem with them between somebody else and them. Like if there was like an argument between friends, argument between family, you might have been able to tie things together with them that, and without you, they wouldn't have these people in their lives anymore. I feel like you really brought things brought things together when it came to this particular situation. And I think this situation was really stressful for them. They were really worried about this. Now, this may not necessarily be between two people, but maybe you brought you brought some kind of conflict to a close between, like, maybe jobs or them and a different part of themselves, or two people. But I feel like you got in the middle of something and managed to close things up. You managed to make things, like, peaceful again. Whatever it was, this person was very anxious about it, though, I want to say. You could have also managed to close things up within something involving school. I kind of want to take some extra cards for this one, just because I feel like it needs it. Can we get a few cards to show the situation in which this speaks about, that they find group 2 most valued for? Got the 7 of Diamonds, the Joker, and the Queen of Spades. This could have been a couple things. For some of you, because this is general, not just for one person. For some of you, I think maybe you got in between some kind of legal thing. For others, I think maybe you advocated for this person and spoke very highly of them. You might have... in some cases, if this is school, maybe you gave this person a recommendation. You might have written them a letter about, saying that they were very helpful, favorable, that sort of thing. I do feel like someone was strong enough to communicate something. And this also can suggest that you wrote something for this person. Maybe you wrote them a poem, maybe you wrote them a letter. I'm getting the sense that this is more of a letter situation, and it was there to kind of vouch for them, is what I think. Because the Joker here is maybe suggesting this person started something new, or they were moving on from something else, and your communication about this was key in their benefit there, key to them succeeding. In fact, with this card here exactly, and this card, I feel like this might be a very select few of you, but I really think this person values you for your literal editing skills. You edit something for this person, and I'm getting specifically papers, books. You could be an editor of some kind. You might be somebody that corrects grammar. You might be somebody that corrects spelling. You might read a lot, and you might suggest, reading material or educational material. To this person, you could be a teacher. I'm getting a sense, though, that not quite. I'm getting a really big vibe that this is editing, like actual editing. You might work for whoever it is you're talking about, or work with them. But they really value your language, your ability to communicate, your ability to speak. Especially with these cards here, yeah. It's so funny. I'm getting such a vibe. So this person could be a student, or you guys might be working in an educational area together. But I feel like out of everybody they've ever worked with, you are the person that they go to for help. You're the one that they go to assess your situation and make changes to it. So it could be, like I said, could be a paper, it could be relationships, it could be both in some cases. So I think that you actually put this person's mind at ease with the worry card here when it comes to certain forms of communication. So maybe you speak for this person, or you somehow help them with communication. And maybe this person is English as a second language, or vice versa, whatever language you are. It could be that could be their second language. And it's possible that you may kind of act as an interpreter, but I'm seeing that you are facilitating communication, and this communication is really helpful for this person to connect with the world. So without you, this person feels like they would not be understood, basically. That is what I see here. So that is your reading, group 2. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if that resonates with you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Next up, we have I think this is technically rose quartz, but it's not very pink. So, what do we have here? What does your person find invaluable about you? What do they find, what do they come to you for? So we have honesty, we have the sun, we have judgment. Another one about communication, I want to say. And I got 2 of these for you, advocate and victim. So, what do I see here? What does this person value about you? That they cannot live without. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself, is what the honesty card says. Victim says, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Advocate inspires you to put compassion into action. I feel like you're kind of like the anti-bully. You may actually, if you're not the like official anti-bully, you know, just like within day-to-day things, this person may have been part of a vulnerable group of people, and you advocate for them. I think that this person might feel that if they bring up a limitation on their own, they feel bad about it unless they're with you. So this person, like say for instance, maybe this person has like neurodivergent qualities, right? So let's say they could be on the spectrum, they could have ADD, they could have some kind of social troubles. And I feel like if they try to explain themselves, they feel like they're making excuses. And I think that is kind of what this is. So if it's not that, this could be somebody who maybe has a physical disability that they feel like if they bring it up to other people, they may feel like they're making excuses. But when you're there, you can kind of like back them up and kind of advocate for them. So I think that this person likes you because you understand them. You understand their differences, and you don't see it as like, oh, sometimes they act this way, it's really annoying. No, they see it, they see you as someone who can look at their differences and be like, I accept you for who you are, you know. And if you have these differences and maybe they cause trouble sometimes, we can work on it together. And this person feels that you don't take it personally if something happens. Or if they're responding in a way they wish they didn't respond. You're that person that they turn to, or rather, you're the person where they really truly feel safe within these limitations that they have on themselves. And I think that you're honest with them, you know. I think maybe you bring about acceptance to this person. You might be, they may be hard on themselves about their differences, but I think that with the honesty card here is, you bring about this honesty, like, well, yes, this is something that you do, this is something that happens to you, but, you know, and they can bring about a certain clarity here with the Sun card. They can maybe phrase it or frame it in a way that, I mean, you can frame it in a way that they don't feel so bad about it. And in fact, they might even be more accepting of themselves, because with the Sun card, I sometimes see this as self-acceptance. So I feel like you really help this person come to a form of self-acceptance. And I think that the Judgment card here, also shows that this person knows the difference, or that you know the difference. I'm sorry, that you're able to discern the difference between this person, reacting in a way that is, out of their control, and then of course, when they're actually just doing something wrong, you are able to tell the difference. Like, they may have needs that are different than other people, but you are still strict with them, and you're like, I don't let anybody talk to me that way, or I don't let anybody, get away with this or that. I don't care if you've got this or that. That has nothing to do with this. I'm still going to hold you accountable. Like, I still think that maybe you're that person with this person. So, if maybe, I don't know a good situation, a good scenario as an example here, but I feel like you don't let them get away with anything that they might be, how to describe this? You don't pull any punches with them, even though they have these limitations, or even though they're in this vulnerable group. And I feel like the fact that you're able to do that with them actually makes them feel more accepted, in a way, that you're still, they still can get called out on their bullshit, even if they are part of a group of people that is at times neglected or taken advantage of or looked down upon. But they know that when you do it, it had nothing to do with that. And like, I think that really brings them, makes them feel like they're part of everyone else, and I think that's what I'm seeing here. So yeah, I really see this in these really good qualities here. You're both an advocate, but you're also that friend or partner who's just like, nope, I'm not gonna put up with that. But yeah, they don't feel like, I think that they don't feel like they get special treatment from you, and they love it. All right, that was your reading, group 3. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if this resonates with you. And I will see you in the next one. Lastly, we have Green Adventurine. And so the question was, what makes you invaluable to them? What qualities, what do you give this person that they can't find in anybody else? Okay, so we have acceptance. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Tower. What do they find in you that they can't find in anyone else? Queen. Radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Well, right away, something about you really makes this person see things differently with the Tower card. And this could have been some kind of thing between the two of you that happened very suddenly. Sudden fight that may have resulted in a realization. The 5 of Wands is here saying that there's some kind of competition or conflict. But with the Queen card and the Acceptance card, I want to say that maybe self-esteem is an issue here. Maybe they didn't have great self-esteem, but knowing you has caused them to get into this Queen energy. He might have said, and this seems very dramatic with the 10 of the Tower and the 5 of Wands, but what this could actually mean is something so simple as like this phrase. Like, I had this happen to me one time. I was like, oh, I look bad. Look at this. It's just yucky. Who would want me? And then they simply said, you're not your type. And I was like, it's a fair point. I am not my type, so why would I think of myself this way? Because it's not my type, and it's something so simple like that with this Tower card. And the 5 of Wands. I feel like this person might have been really going at themselves, and then maybe you said something that was just like, what? That could have been so simple, or it could have been very dramatic, but something happened, and I think that this has to do with their sense of self-worth, or their opinion of their self-image. There's some acceptance that you brought around for this person. Can I please get 3 cards to explain the situation a little clearer? Six of Hearts, the 5 of Hearts, and the 4 of Hearts. That's interesting. Yeah, these are pretty good and jumbled too, so that's kind of odd that we went 6, 5, 4. I don't know if that means anything to you guys. That seems very auspicious. So for any of you that the countdown from 6, 5, and 4 means anything to you, please let me know in the comments. It's just very interesting. So the more I know about this, though, I want to say that this does have to do with like embarrassment and self-esteem. And this person believes that you brought them some kindness, some gift that you gave them. But I do see that this has to do with self-esteem. This person might have been really hiding from the world. You know, they might have worn a lot of clothing just to hide the way they looked. I feel like this has to do with body positivity. I think that you really got this person to get out of their shell. In some cases, I feel like you guys might have gotten this person into sports. Like, this may not have been an athletic person, and then I think that knowing you might have been saying to this person, like, you know, might have inspired this person to be like, well, you know what, I'm just going to go have fun. I'm not going to worry about what I look like when I play basketball. I'm going to go and do it anyway because it's fun. Because this is a physical activity card here for me. But this is kindness and friendship, and I feel like you really kind of helped this person maybe establish body confidence. Now, I'm not going to say anything about nutrition or health or anything like that. You may not have improved any of that. But you got this person to be more comfortable in their body, which is honestly the first step of any kind of, you know, healthy change. You got this person to be confident in their skin. Because I just see previously we've got this grief, we've got mourning, we got sadness, and we've got this person is just withdrawn. Like, they're too ashamed to go out and be seen. They stay indoors and maybe spend a lot of time in their head. Spend a lot of time in a place that's easier to deal with these things. And I think that maybe you made this easier for them. You kind of maybe you showed them that the world isn't as judgmental as they thought, or people didn't care as much as they did about what this person looks like. And I think as a result, this person might now dress more confidently, act more confidently, go and do activities without worrying about what they look like when they run or jump or swim or play or do whatever. I think this person, and this was huge for them, by the way. I know I said, oh, this could be something very small or something very big, but when I see it like this, I really think that this was a pretty huge change. And if they hadn't met you, hadn't spoken to you, hadn't got to know you, this wouldn't have happened. This person would still be up in their tower, covered in all their clothing and layers, still thinking terrible things about themselves, still feeling less than. And you brought about this acceptance, this huge acceptance. And you got them to accept their flaws, the things that they couldn't change. But you also got them to accept that those flaws are characteristics, their character. You know, if you've got a face that doesn't look like everybody else's face, it doesn't necessarily mean you're ugly. It just means that it's your face. That's you. That's your personality. That's what people see. You know, and it's what makes you uniquely you. So I feel like you brought a lot of perspective to this person's life about their physical body and, you know, living in it and what it means to live in the world while looking the way they do or dressing the way they want to dress. And I think that is what makes you invaluable to this person, and they're not going to find it in anyone else. All right? Thank you so much for watching Group 4. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if that resonated with you. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye now.